for the final time. It'll be the 29 of Healing leading him down into turn number 4, but look at him bobbing back and forth. The 88 of Michael Mooney. Oh, the 29 is going to go up the speedway. He's going to make contact with Milner. Milner going to slam the inside wall. Michael Mooney now will drag race the 8 of Garcia. Oh, they make contact. Mooney's going to win here tonight at Daytona.
A couple people dialed in with provisionals on their computers. Provisional just means that something in the real world is going on and not able to make the race. So that does happen.
All right, welcome to, I had Ron on the other channel there. Welcome to some Tuesday night racing. Mount Panorama, also known as Bathurst. We're in the GTE. I'm Mr. Moondog Michael Mooney, and we're in the Ford, and we are going to be attempting to survive. Bathurst is not my favorite track. It's far from it. We're looking at making it through the collateral damage. We're going to be up in the booth with Ron and enjoying some broadcast up here.
A wide open, flat out, high speed section at the bottom of the hill. Where you can max out your tallest gear, getting up around 170 miles an hour, coming down the hill, flat out across the pit straight. And then again, back up the start of the hill, also foot to the floor going down the straightaway over the hills. And then you'll notice the very tight, twisty concrete wall section of the racetrack, where you have the concrete wall barriers real close, and try to get through that as quickly as possible. So really two different types of driving here with this track. So quite interesting.
You're not going to be off track up in the hill portion. There's only a couple spots you can be off the track.
Yeah, without hitting the wall.
Yes, you can definitely find the wall and cause an issue, but there's only a few spots to beat. As I'm trying to drive through the section where you're like not against the wall.
Yeah, I'm going to have to concentrate here for a couple minutes trying to get a lap in. So I'll be back in just a minute.
As I get a run down the hill here, we're going to do the same thing. See if we can't get at least one qualifying lap in so that we're not starting just due to being on the grid. We'll actually have a time. We have Brandon behind us, so we want to keep moving pretty quickly. We don't want to interfere with his time, but at the same point, we're allowed to do our own time, so...
Thanks, Mackenzie.
All right, that gives us a lap.
Okay, looks like I got my lap in. It's probably as good as I'm going to get. Currently P3, but that won't last. As soon as we get a couple guys getting some laps in. 206 flat. 001. So I'm going to get out of the way here as these guys drive on by. And I'll just sit here in the booth chatting with you guys. So we have Brandon Dooley currently on the point with a 203.394. That is really quick. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough for those guys to beat. Tim was up in that range, but didn't quite have that. We'll see if anybody can climb up there and knock him off of that pedestal. Bill Edwards just crossed the line with a pretty quick lap as we watch Brandon come down the hill through the S's.
I'm working on my second lap here and see what if we should improve upon it, and then we'll be done.
Yeah, I did too. I just did 2 laps. Did that myself.
And just about lost into that S turn there.
As Mooney's coming down the hill, watching the back of that blue and teal colored Lightspeed Internet Ford GT. Now switching over to Mackenzie, who just started his lap.
Let's get this correct, just for the sponsors. Lightspeed Technologies.
Well, there you go. Lightspeed Technologies.
And I highly suggest if you're in the Northeast Ohio area and you want high-speed business internet, that's the guys to go to.
All right, here comes Bilson. Oof, down through the center. As we switch back over to Mackenzie and then off to Tim, who just crossed the line with a 202.7. That's the new fastest lap in provisional pole. Wow. That's fast.
Yes, that is.
Tim might be pulling in and taking a breath after that one. We've only got 30 seconds to go, so you have to come across the line and start your next lap if you want to continue with another one. There goes Bill across. He is improved to a 203.9, but has not improved his position. We'll see. And he crosses the line with, ooh, no time. He must have had an X. He did make it across just in time to start this one more lap. We'll see if Paul can get himself up in the ranks a little higher. Mackenzie's still struggling to pick up a lap time. I don't know if he made it across the line in time. I don't believe so. So he might be just running around finishing up his lap here at the end of this, but still got 2.5 minutes, just enough time for somebody to get around the track. Bilson is still out there. Bill Edwards is still out there. He's running for the pole. He is currently 1.2 seconds off the pace. Bilson is flying up the hill right now. We can see him cutting right to the edge on all those corners, trying to get the maximum speed out of the car. And then down into the braking section. Hard braking, downhill, tight corner as we switch over to Bill. Bill's on the long straight, coming downhill. This is the fastest section of the racetrack. As he hits the brakes here, coming down from about 170 miles an hour. And his beautiful chrome and green Grandpa's Kitchen paint job. As he's about to cross the line, we'll see if Bill improves as we watch Paul come down the hill in that same section of the track. In his chrome and gray colored Porsche 911. Bill Edwards does improve to a 203.1, but not enough to take the pole. We'll see if Paul can do any better. Hitting the brakes on the final corner. Coming across the line. Will he take the fourth spot? As he crosses the line and stops before the line and does not count the lap. Oh, so there's your running order. Tim Allman with the PAMS Pole Position Award with a 202.7. Super quick time for Tim. Good job. Bill Edwards running in the second spot. He'll start on the front row. And Brandon and myself are on row 2. Paul Bilson and Mooney are on row 3. Mackenzie Mann bringing up the back end of the field. But we are ready to go here. We should be about 30 seconds from throwing the cars on the grid and getting this thing going. We did have a quick visit there from our league owner admin, David Rightfoot Visser. Not sure where he went, but we'll watch for him to jump in the booth again here. Top 3 drivers all within 0.7 of a second in qualifying, but the PAMS Pole Position Award does go to Tim Allman. Congrats to Tim. He moves up tied for first now with Phillip on that 4 pole positions, leading that chase. As we grid here, we're just coming down the hill by the high-speed section, so we're going to do about a third of a lap, and then off we go, racing with grandpaskitchen.com here at Bathurst. Give the drivers another 1.5 minutes to load up on the field. Then we should be rolling behind the pace car. Make sure you got your fuel in your car.
I did. I'm actually. Let's see. We've had 2 races here in the series, and there's been incidents on the pace lap. So.
Wow. Not usually here with 7 drivers, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got 6 of us here on the line.
It's happened
Paul,
with position 3 and 4 twice. It's been up at the front when it's happened.
Position 4. Wait a minute.
Well, I'm not saying it's been position 4, but I'm just saying it's been up there. So I'm just taking precaution.
Oh, are you starting from pit lane? Is that what you're doing? Because you're the only one not on the track at the moment, from what I can tell. And there he is. There's the man himself, and we are underway.
I was considering it. I was seriously considering it.
All right, we're coming up to the green flag, coming around the final corner. Pace car will dive into the pit lane here. So everybody get ready to go. This is Green Flag Racing, the grandpaskitchen.com series. Last man standing motorsports. As our leaders side by side through the first corner. Tim and Bill not giving an inch on that first corner, cold tires and all, diving it right in there. We'll see how we do here at the end of this long straightaway. They're still side by side. And Tim takes the nod out through the corner exit.
Ooh,
and Bill comes around.
Mackenzie tapped the wall with the very brush Ice also just did, avoiding Bill.
Sorry about that, guys. Cold tires.
As Tim gets away, Bill had a little incident coming up through the quarry section of the racetrack on the uphill section in the tight section. Mackenzie Mann positioned himself very well to get by a couple drivers. Moved up into third behind Brandon.
Paul Bilson and Ron Gaivo going at it coming down through that last high-speed section.
Yeah, he got a hold of me on the inside there. I didn't brake. I braked a little too early, apparently. No, I got my work cut out for him. I did run my qualifying with full fuel, though, so I ran a 206 flat with the full tank, so I should be able to get some decent speeds out of this second lap if I get some clean track. But nothing like Tim up front flying. Looks to me like Mackenzie might have been sandbagging and qualifying. He's flying now.
He's got a couple fast drivers behind him chasing him down. You'd move quick too.
Yeah, I guess so. See if Bilson can make him nervous. Right now, no one is nervous up front as Tim Allman is driving away with his 4.5 second lead on the second lap. Bill was right there, nose to tail with him going up the front stretch, but had a little slip up on the upside, on the upward path of the mountain.
Well, I can tell you from what he's gaining on me, Bill Edwards is on a tear.
.205 race pace for the leader. That's pretty quick. Brandon also 205.6, just 0.6 back on lap 2. So our top 5 right now: Tim, Brandon, Mackenzie, Paul, and Ron. As we begin lap 3, going up the hill.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, Tim just goes
God
across the line
damn
with a
it.
qualifying speed of 2:03.9.
Dang it. Wanting to do that without the incident so that I frickin' gain the points there.
And Mackenzie running a 207 207 flat. That's about 2 seconds quicker than his qualifying or race or practice time. So Mackenzie found something.
Yeah, I just moved out of the way for Bill Edwards coming down that long stretch and then overdrove the corner and ended up over in the dirt and weeds. So that throws that plan out the water.
No 0x tonight, huh?
I was so far over, it almost didn't give me the slowdown.
Well, I made a slight mistake coming up the hill through Quarry. Didn't get an X out of it, but did slow down quite a bit. Lost a couple seconds on the guys in front of me. So I'll try to reel them back in. I think Paul could actually go quicker, but he's not finding a good passing spot on Mackenzie. He's right there in 4th place behind him, back less than a second, but just can't find a spot to go around. Which may work to my advantage getting back up behind him. As we see that all familiar right front tire smoke from the Porsche. As we're quiet here in the booth watching, letting you guys watch the action, this is high concentration track.
You'll have a very talkative broadcast booth once the drivers have caused an issue with their cars.
Yeah, it's very possible. So far running 0x on my line. Sitting here in 5th spot, 3.8 seconds behind Bilson. Tim Allman still up front, pulled his lead out to 7 seconds, still running those 203s, 204s, running some pretty quick laps.
He's looking at gaining ground on that Philip Scott.
Yeah, if he gets a win here, he'll be picking up some major points with Scott taking a provisional. He'll be in the 8th position without a lot of drivers tonight. That does give Philip a little bit of an advantage because he doesn't go down too far to get his provisional.
Crap.
Looks like Bilson and McKenzie are now within 3/10, 4/10. They are getting close. Might be some action this lap. Bill Edwards is back on his horse. He is catching up to 5th spot. As Bill takes P5 from Ron, or myself. Talking to myself as if I'm 3rd person.
Well, you are in the booth, so you may want to do that for this situation.
I don't want him to go around me, so.
I meant talking in the 3rd person.
I know, but I don't want that either.
Bill Edwards has that angry look in his eyes trying to catch up to the lead again.
Oh, yeah, he just ran a 2:03.9. He's really hauling. He also running qualifying laps out here. I just want to catch back up to Mackenzie, get my spot back.
The fastest lap of Tim Allman is only 1/100th of a second faster than Bill Edwards' last lap.
Okay, Paul Bilson has managed to get by Mackenzie Mann for P3. He's running up in the 3rd spot now, and he is on his way. 22 seconds back off the leader. Brandon Dooley in 2nd spot tonight, 9 seconds back off of Tim as they go up and over the hill. I don't know how they go so fast over that top section. But they are flying. As Bill Edwards has caught Mackenzie Mann for P4. See how long that lasts. Bill is, as we know, flying, trying to get back up to the leader. Ooh, and Bill outbreaks him going to turn 1. Takes over the 4th spot.
Come on. Damn it.
Oh, is our co-broadcaster having a little issue coming down the hill?
You're not supposed to watch that.
I didn't watch it. I don't know if our viewers watched it. I just heard it.
Your crew chief is very accurate then.
Now my crew chief needs to mind his own business. He needs to make my car faster, not complain about or tell me about where everybody else is.
Yeah, but I am behind you, so I could be catching you. But he's letting you know I'm falling behind, so that's helpful.
That you're not catching me.
Son of a...
As the field starts to spread out now, looks like we have put ourselves in line. We got Tim out front, 9 seconds back to Brandon, 24 seconds, which is another 14 there, back to Paul. And looks like Bill Edwards is catching Paul Bilson for that 3rd spot, just a few seconds behind now. Mackenzie Mann has had an issue somewhere.
I may have done the same thing I did. The damage model on these cars are so ticky on the small amounts of possible...
Oh, there's a lot of smoke. A lot of smoke on the front stretch. We got cars on the side. Something happened up here. That's Paul Bilston dropping out. Paul Bilson has gone to the pit lane. We'll see if he stays in it. He may have had a little altercation with Bill Edwards on that long straightaway.
There are fast repairs, guys. Don't forget. Fast repairs. Which I'm going to have to take advantage of because I touched the wall and killed the car somehow, but I'm flying as quickly as I have been in the whole race.
Little meatball flag.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand about that flag at the moment. You can do literally the same speed and still carry, you know, all your car's ruined type damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did that, but there goes Paul. He dropped out. Paul just came to run with us for fun tonight, and not sure if there was an altercation up there in the front as he and Bill Edwards were driving close together, or if that was just somebody make a mistake. But Paul is off track now and loaded his Porsche 911 RSR into the hauler, leaving 6 on track. Mackenzie Mann has had an issue as well. Not sure how bad his issue is. We'll find out here. He's on track.
I did see that he pitted for a moment, so he may have gotten his car fixed real quick.
Yeah, maybe he just had damage, went in, stop and go, and take off. But he has dropped back to the 6th spot. It should be going around Paul here the end of the next lap because Paul is out. Which moves me back to my starting spot in 4th. So Brandon is holding on at that 9-second spot. Bill Edwards 26 seconds back. He is going to try to make up some ground on that from his first lap spin. This is a 1-hour race tonight instead of a 60. Or don't we usually run 50 minutes, or is this always 1 hour?
They've been shortened up to 50 minutes, but with it being an hour, due to the length of track, that could be it.
Probably. I'll have to talk to the admin that sets the race times.
Between broadcaster, driver, and admin, you're a busy guy, aren't you?
It's really crazy when I have to start talking to myself to figure out what's going on.
Well, I was at least able to carry the damage until one pit earlier than what I could on my fuel strategy.
Well, hopefully you can make it up on the second half. Mackenzie's had another bobble coming down the hill. And now we are Tim, Brandon, Bill, Ron, and Mooney. Top 5.
I'm not that nice for everyone, so nicely done, Brandon.
Thanks, sir.
And after Mackenzie's incident, he is now left the building. Pulled his car into the hauler as well. We have 2 retirees now, and we are at lap 13 of this event. We're going, looks like to 30. So not quite halfway there yet. And to thank our viewers tonight for watching. I know we got a couple of them out there, so thanks everybody for being on Big Wizard TV tonight. We're having some pretty good run here. Looks like Tim has found some speed, or Brandon has made a little error. Tim's managed to pull that lead out to 10 seconds. Brandon was catching him for a little while. Maybe he had a little slip up there. We did have some messages just come across the Discord chat, but I didn't have time to see what they were as I'm going down the hill to the front stretch. But it looked like it might have been Mackenzie popping in a note on his retirement from the race. Should start seeing some green flag stops here for the top 4. Mooney in 5th there has already made a stop, so he's probably good to go for a while. I think I had a 0x early on in the race. I think I may have caused an issue with my car. I've been going a little slower since, but managed to hold on to this 4th spot for now. See if the fast repair comes to play here and helps me out. And I can tell from how Bill was driving, his tires are going to be worn out, so I might be able to catch him later on in the race. Oh, Brandon.
That may void any 0x for Brandon Dooley tonight.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about that. And there's your first of the leaders going in. Bill Edwards taking his pit stop. Yeah, I see the black marks coming across the chase. Looks like Brandon missed it. Hopefully he hung on to it and didn't have any damage. He didn't go in the pits, so he should be okay. Getting my pitch strategy set as I go down the straightaways. There's in iRacing, many viewers may know, but there are button boxes and buttons on steering wheels. Lots of different ways to program different functions on your race car, whether it be like I'm using now, a push to talk button for the radio.
But you can set these buttons for pit strategies, and that'll help you get in and out as quickly as possible without having to change stuff manually in the black boxes that pop up in iRacing.
Yeah, which I was just doing and lost some time in the front straight a lap before my pit stop trying to get my tires set correctly.
Tim and Brandon are both in the pits.
And Bill is already on my tail, 2.7 back.
And with them pitting for fuel, that's going to put them ahead of Mooney for position, but behind him on the track. And I'm not sure if either of them are going to like that.
I don't know if they can get out in time. I almost missed pit lane. Hope I didn't miss it. Where's pit entrance?
Pit entrance is on the straight before the last corner.
Yeah, it's after you straighten it out.
And yes, Tim and Brandon are both behind Mooney.
All right, getting some go-go juice. Hopefully get that fast repair taken care of. I started with 2. I have 1 left, so I did use it. That's good.
You're only
Tim's
46
on my
seconds.
relative.
Yeah, you're only 46 seconds ahead of me.
Hopefully I'll try to keep that, at least that.
Ah!
All right, looks like everybody's made their first stop. Some might need another. Bill Edwards went in a little early in my book, so he might need another one. But after the pit stops, looks like Tim has stretched his lead to 21 seconds over Brandon. I don't know if Brandon had a little issue in the pits or just had a bad exchange, but Bill Edwards is catching Brandon now, only 4 seconds back. So we might have another battle coming up here for P2. As Tim has caught Mooney and is now trying to put Mooney a lap down.
Trying to give him room and drive too far to the right. Tried to give him room and then drove too far to the right.
Gave him too much room or hit him?
No, gave him too much room. I'm just over in the frickin' dirt. Going up through the mountain pass the last time I tapped the wall in turn 4. It gave me a 1x for being off the track, but did more damage, I feel, to the car than what I did with the meatball.
Oh, wow. Do you still have your second fast repair?
Well, I do. I mean, at this point, it's not going to matter position-wise. But for driver position, but it's not handling that bad, but it's just still.
Well, we're just over halfway, so.
I'm just going back to the relevance of, you know, what's a meatball and what isn't, and depending on damage and how the car feels.
So the meatball actually felt better than what you're dealing with right now.
The meatball, I was running as fast at lap times, if not faster, and than what I was before I got it. And this car now feels like I'm definitely dragging something.
All right, we are at the 39-minute mark. We got 21 to go. Lap 18 out of 31 so far in this race, and the order hasn't changed up front, but I think we're getting a little bit of action. Bill and Brandon are 2 seconds apart now.
Someone's going to have to ask that Bill Edwards if he was driving with angry eyes. Because he sure seems like it.
Oh, I'm back into the 207, so I think my whatever it was that I had a problem with earlier, I think it's fixed because I was running 208s and 9s before the pit stop. And now with full fuel, I'm back at 207s.
Where did I get the freaking other one?
Hopefully that's enough to keep me in front of the leader on the lead lap.
Oh, I hate this damage model. I really do. There I barely grazed the wall in it. Now I've got a meatball.
Yeah, those concrete walls. I watched an IMSA race at Mid-Ohio just a couple weeks ago, and very little contact from some of the cars, and I didn't I didn't really think that the cars made enough contact to cause enough damage to, end their race. And a couple of occasions they actually did. So
Well, I get that the damage model may be very well simulated. I'm not sure I want very well simulated.
well, leave it to
And I was,
iRacing to
and
make
I'm,
everything very well simulated.
and I'm talking about it, and I forgot to hit my fast repair.
Oh, whoops! How many minutes is that?
Only 30 seconds are required, but I'm up to 5 minutes of optional stuff. So
Odd that 30 seconds of required brings out meatball flag.
yeah, so whatever it was finished causing that, and that has to get fixed. So take the left side.
All right, I'm foot to the floor, so I don't think I'll be going any faster than you down the straightaway.
Better be. I've got my foot lifted.
Thanks, Mooney. We'll have to get some history on this track because they call them the cutter and quarry as you're going up the hill, the corners. I'd be curious to know if that used to be a mine of some kind. Like whether a granite rock canyon or a mine of some kind. You think of rock, digging out
With the quarry and the cut,
Yeah, quarry is usually like a sandstone or a, granite or marble or something with a quarry.
Oh, we'll need to get our statisticians on that.
Well, currently this statistician is driving. Trying to hold on to my fourth spot from the statistician behind me.
I got to pass you twice here.
Yeah, one long-term run to the pits, and you'll be able to do that.
Ah, so what you're saying is, if the statistician that's in the car behind you, that's also your booth mate, gets close enough and makes you worry, and you wreck, you're going to be very quiet in the booth for the rest of the night, aren't you?
Yes, I am, but it also happens that I'm pulling away from the booth mate behind me.
You better. I've got darn near 5 minutes of repair still on the car.
I'm trying to be careful and keep my 0x. And Bill did have to go in again. I figured he would have to get more go-go juice, and he just made his last stop.
Well, unfortunately, I could make it to the end, but with the damage, I had to go in.
I don't know if Brandon has enough to get to the end, but Tim is catching me, 40 seconds behind. Got 15 minutes left in the race. I'm trying to keep 4 cars on the lead lap here. Tim is on a tear. He's still running 205.5 on that last lap.
So now I'm partial. Do I let him by quickly, or do I hold him up to keep you on the lead lap. It's 2 teammates.
Oh, I think I could stay on the lead lap without you blocking him. At least I think I can. 2 seconds a lap. There's only like 8 laps left, so. Of course, that's 4 seconds on that lap, so maybe it'd be quicker. Maybe he's running hot and he's wearing his tires out. We'll see. Hey, David. It's David in the booth.
How you guys doing?
Hey, we're having a blast up here at grandpaskitchen.com GTE series. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm getting better.
Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Healing up?
Well, my teeth are. I don't know about my foot.
Did you get something for your teeth or just going away on its own?
Well, besides taking enough pain pills to kill a horse, it's getting better.
Oh, that's good.
My whole right side of my face looks like somebody hit me with a baseball bat, but it's starting to come down. Actually, I believe it was Michael that did it.
Yeah, well, he's like that sometimes. But tonight he's actually been really calm and quiet here in the booth. Well, not quiet. Well, let me say that again. He's been very non-upset with his driving in the booth tonight.
Push to talk is a wonderful thing.
I wouldn't say hell froze over because it's 104 here. So.
Oh, it's alive and well in Vegas.
Yeah, it's time to yell at the wife. Had to move to Vegas. I've only been saying it now for 7 years. So who's winning?
Well, right now, Tim Allman, who has set the fastest lap of qualifying and the race at a 2:03.9 in the race, is leading by 20 seconds over second place Brandon Dooley. Bill Edwards was up front as we began the race. Had a little incident going up through Quarry up the hill here at Mount Panorama and got back to the back of the field, but he has managed to climb himself back up into third spot. I started fourth. With Bill's spin, I let off and let Mackenzie Mann and Paul Bilson by, but both of them had incidents quite a few laps ago and have both retired from the race. So currently Tim, Brandon, Bill, Ron, and Mooney are your top 5.
That's why I didn't even attempt this today. I don't have the track. Yeah, I know, and I'm the one that set up the schedule.
Yes, you did. We cut these back to 50 minutes, 50 or 55 minutes, I think. But we didn't cut this one, so this one's still an hour. And we got about 10 to go. 10 minutes, I believe. I don't know. I can't see it anymore. What our time is.
10:53.
Not through the downhill chase section, anyway.
10:53 left, just under 10:50, and we.
I pretty much slept for 5 straight hours, from noon till like 5 o'clock.
Wow. Probably needed that.
Well, I did a flight with Michael yesterday, and then I'll be back on in a couple hours, and that was it. I didn't feel good, and apparently I still didn't feel good today.
Yeah, don't talk while you're going through the down Hornet Hill portion.
Yeah, that's a little tricky.
Especially that corner that drops on you.
10-minute mark has just come across the loudspeaker. 10 minutes to go, drivers. 10 minutes.
And I gotta go use a fast repair. The car's not destroyed, but I am not finishing in this car the way it is.
Why not?
Well, it's a preference thing, I bet.
Sponsors like to see the car in nice condition, and I
Well,
can finish it from here.
After this week, there's no more fast repair.
Are you taking them back out?
Yep, this is supposed to be the big boys. That's how we're gonna have to race it.
All right.
Oh, and then insult to injury, serving a 40-second penalty for speeding with the limiter turned on. So Mooney will be sitting there as Tim Allman gets by him. Brandon Dooley's getting by him now, and should be pulling out just in front of Bill Edwards.
Where's that Ron guy at?
I'm up the top of the hill. About a half a lap away. Just trying to stay on the lead lap. I got Tim Allman 30 seconds back. Probably about 4 laps to go. I got 7 laps of fuel, so I'm good to go.
If I keep this pedal down, you can't get by me, can you, Bill? Would you like by real quick?
Sure.
I'll tell everyone how nice I was.
Mooney's an angel.
No one's going to believe that.
All right. Lap 25 in the books for Tim. About 4 to go, maybe 5.
Hey, where are we next week?
I haven't looked that far ahead.
Mr. Announcer. You're supposed to be able to tell
Well,
the people
Miss-
where we are going to be the
I will.
following.
Mr.
I'll tell him that
Admin,
next
why
week.
don't you look and inform the announcer
Oh,
so he can
my-
broadcast it?
All right, put him from the lead. Got it.
I'm done. Can I still announce?
Let's see. Canadian Tire.
Mosport.
And then it is Le Mans Historic.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Oh, I think the Ford's going to like it there.
Oh, I think your Ford's going to like it a lot there. Get a little high-speed action down that straightaway. David ought to get his high-speed Corvette set up ready for that one. Flying down that long straight.
Yeah, I think I probably will.
Well, there goes my X. Dang it. Why?
All right,
Hard.
that you got an X. You
Yeah, my
will
first
now
one.
have to. Not your first one.
That was my very first one.
Well, now you have to pull in the pits and wait for approximately 1 minute before you're allowed to go back out.
Well, I'll
That's
see
the
if
new. That's the new penalty.
I'm just upset that I lost the 5 points because I really wanted them. But since I'm not really in the championship for points, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Well, in a way, it does. I mean, it's a pretty good feeling on some of these tracks to actually get a 0X.
It is, and I was going for it, and I just came down the chase hill a little too quick, and I couldn't get it down into second gear. So
But then again, I'm usually happy if I can get less than 10. So
I think what it is my tires have gone because I just had a problem going into turn 2 as well. I'm not able to stop as good as I was. My tires are wearing out.
You're just driving too fast. Maybe you should slow down some.
About 2 laps worth.
Might be helpful.
I'm still just trying to stay on the lead lap. I'm still got 20 seconds and only 5 minutes.
I like to always send everybody into the pits for a 30-second hold, you know.
You could.
Not very sportsmanlike, but you could do that.
I was going to say that would look very poor on the admin of the league, but then again, you are the head admin at the moment, so.
Yeah, we'll go along with it. Whatever you decide. As long as you pull the top 3 in for a 30-second hold. Of course, the 30-second hold for Tim would not help me at this point.
The way Tim Allman is driving, I don't think a 30-second hold would hurt him against anyone tonight.
Actually, he has slowed down slightly, and Brandon is starting to catch him again, but 17 seconds back. I don't think Brandon has enough time.
Unless it was an oval, then there would have been a chance.
It's possible.
Unless, of course, you know, Tim has a major, you know.
Yeah, he could have a major mess up. Incident.
But we all know Tim doesn't do very much of that. Same with usually Bilson and Edwards. Them three tend not to make too many mistakes once they're on their game.
Yeah. Well, Bilson joined us tonight. That was really cool to see him. When Bill spun early and then he got back by him, he stopped for the night. So I don't know if he just was upset that he wasn't able to keep pace or if they had an incident getting together. Don't know which.
Well, it's been a while since, you know, Paul's really been racing. And
Yeah, he said he hadn't raced road in quite a while. But he likes Bathurst, so I think he had some fun there for the first 10 laps. I was starting to reel him in, and then he got by Mackenzie, and then he took off again. Then Bill caught him, and then he dropped. So Tim should be getting white flag this time by. I just got the 2-minute marker. 2 minutes and 4 seconds is a fast lap here, so. And we're coming down through the chase right now, so he should get white flag behind me. You know, one thing I learned when we were racing those LMP1s that probably caused my incident coming down the chase a couple laps ago was that I don't take my foot all the way off the gas pedal when I go around the corners.
that could do it.
So I'm heavy on the foot, which means I'm still on the gas as I'm going through the corner.
Speaking of that, Michael, have you been able to fix that idea with your gas pedal?
I actually can put a little bit of a delay in the pedal, so it has to go down farther before I push it. So I could program a little bit into that. Although I don't know if this car with the even with the load cells, I can still lock it up real easy.
See, what I don't understand is I still lock it up in GT3, but I don't lock up in GTE.
Really?
And I haven't figured out what.
Yeah, I'm the opposite there. I can
it's
can
supposed
slam
to
on the
be,
brake.
You know, GT3 has the anti-lock brakes. And these don't, but I don't seem to lock it up with the Corvette. But it doesn't matter what car I use in GT3, I'll lock them up.
Oh, that is odd because I can put my foot right on the floor with a GT3 car and it won't lock up. But this thing about halfway down, and I can, because of the load cell, I can learn it and pressurize it and figure it out.
Right.
But it's just because of the spring that's in there. It's not the mechanics of it or electronics of it. That I can still push it harder and it'll lock.
Well, and I think that's where I think some guys are at a disadvantage when they have just a plain, typical brakes that usually come with a wheel is there's really not even a spring. It has to be all memory.
Yeah, I had to put the spring rubber thing in mine, or the cone, or whatever you call it. Mine was a spring.
And that's not a big deal, like an oval track, but on these roads, that's a lot to try to memorize.
Oh yeah, your foot distance is a lot harder to memorize than the amount of pressure it takes to lock up the brakes, because the amount of pressure it takes to lock up the brakes is consistent on almost every corner. But it didn't help me a lot with my 206 fastest speed and 208 current speeds, because both of those are slower than the last lap and fastest lap of our leader. My fastest lap is slower than his normal race lap.
I'm thinking one of these weeks we're going to have some fog.
Yeah, we need fog coming up.
Haven't decided where yet. Give these
Well,
guys a little.
This is a nice sunny day here at Bathurst. There's barely even clouds out there. Maybe partly cloudy would be it.
All right, you talked me into it. The last race.
Nürburgring?
75% fog, 30-mile-an-hour wind.
Nürburgring in the fog?
That'd be a little much.
I was grinning there. I was liking that thought.
Next week you said we're where next week?
Canadian Tire.
Oh, Mosport. Now that'd be a good fog track, because that's twisty, turny, and yeah.
Because that's another track I don't have, so.
All right, so we're just waiting for Ron to finish.
All right.
Congratulations, Tim. Good job, buddy.
Nice job, Tim.
Hey, tell those boys to come up to the booth so we can talk to them.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I just stopped the
working
on it. I just stopped the car. All right, booth guys.
Good racing there, Brandon.
Tim, you winner.
There's
Get up to the booth.
That would like you guys to move up to the booth.
All right, I'll be right there. I just got to park my car.
Brandon, same thing. Yeah, because you did really, really well. Too well. So he wants to speak with you too. He wants to give congratulations, Brandon.
All right.
When he does it, the only thing he doesn't want to do is Michael.
I'll go to the principal's office.
I couldn't resist. I sent you down here. I'll send you back up. I think.
I like being in with the MILFs.
Yeah, well, that's why I halfway sent you there.
Well, I got fortunate with Bill getting a little sideways there on the second corner. So, or third corner, I think. That kind of held everybody up and gave me a little time to squirt away.
Yeah. Brandon was, he was probably holding his breath when that happened right in front of him.
Yeah, probably.
Hey.
That's a tough track.
Yeah, I'm going to jump up to the broadcast booth, leave my rig here so I can get a little better seat to sit in. But yeah, good job. I'm going to just be up there. We'll keep going with this. But yeah, Brandon, did you get a 0X out of that, or how'd it go?
Oh no, I got it ruined the very first lap, man. I tapped Bill and got a 4X when he spun.
Yeah, well, we were curious about that because we saw that you lost some time later in the race, and we thought that you'd gotten your first X there.
No, I ended with 5.
Anyone else have a fairly clean race?
Tim had 1. Ron had 1.
Yeah, I was bummed about that one too. I just a momentary lapse of concentration. Curb too high.
So, with Philip Scott not being here, garnering 8th position, how are you feeling with the points advantage you've gotten there, Tim?
I don't know about that, man. it'd be nice to make up some ground on him. He's given me a little bit of a window, so yeah, it feels good. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah, that's a nice nice break, right? To get a little point. I don't know, a couple point. Any number of points you can gain is good. So
Yeah, exactly. That guy's really tough, man. He's a fierce competitor. So is Brandon now. So everybody, man. I mean, Bill, Paul, even you guys, man. Didn't have the pace tonight, but I mean, there are other tracks that it's a struggle to get around you. Fun racing with you guys.
yeah, I actually managed to stay on the lead lap, so I was actually pretty excited when Bill came up on me. I don't know what lap that was, Bill. It was probably about lap 10 or so.
Yeah, probably right around there.
But we were side by side going into the turn 2 up the hill, and if I wouldn't have locked him up, I would have been able to stay on the outside. But I was like, oh, I locked him up.
Yeah, I seen you kind of smoke him for a second, and I was like, oh, that's what I needed because I didn't want to be on the inside, but I know I had to.
Yeah, that inside you had to slow down quite a bit, but with me locking him up, I had to recheck the brakes and gave you just enough room to squeeze by. But I wasn't planning on it.
No, I figured you weren't.
I used to let that go, but seems like lately I'm a little more racy when it comes to passing for position, even if you're quicker than me.
I don't mind racing as long as we all race clean. That makes it more fun, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, when Paul caught you, it looked like Paul Bilson caught up with, or you caught up with Paul Bilson right after that, maybe a lap or two after that, and then he just dropped. Did something happen with you two, or did he just drop out after you went by him?
I was following down the street, and then he just turned sideways. He said that he lifted up his Oculus to do something, and when he pulled it back down, he was sideways.
Ah, so hardware failure.
Yeah, well, yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's not fair. He was running really good tonight. I had him in qualifying. I got him by like 4/1000ths of a second in qualifying. So I was hoping I could at least run with him, but when he got out in front of me, I couldn't catch him.
Brandon had a heck of a race too, because I think I chased him down from like 20 seconds back, and he held me up long enough until I pushed too hard, made a mistake, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a lap or two, and if he keeps hounding me, I'm just gonna slowly ease up on one of these long straightaways and just let you go by. And then you made a mistake up in the mountain, and I got some breathing room again.
Yep. Yeah. I wanted to push it to the top there just so I could have I wanted to make sure I was up tight so I could have a good run coming down the hill, and just I think I had the back tires.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a moment and say thanks for watching. We're going to be broadcasting. Next race will be the Friday night race, which will be at. I just checked that. Crap, I forgot. All right. Well, we will be racing Friday in the cars, and we will be racing next Sunday, last race of the season at Northlife. So come check us out for those. I need to go take care of a couple things, and we will catch up with you later on the next race.